Okay, so because I forgot that I had misplaced that order, Soldier C goes. But Soldier C is engulfed in flames. So what Soldier C does is you hear this terrible scream, and Soldier C retreats. And this goes charging back into that medical room on its turn. And that would bring us to Dante, Mason, Eckford.
All right. So Dante, having no slow action and being forced to seek cover, just runs to the other side of Mason. That's about as far as I would go.
Yeah, there's like big pieces of shrapnel and stuff in that hallway. If you guys remember from before, there's like clutter in there. So you could probably find something to nestle behind, and hide behind in there.
Okay, then I would probably just stay where I'm at and just hide behind the crate or something like that.
Perfect. Yeah, you could do that.
And that would be my turn.
Okay, Mason, are you continuing to crawl away? Mason continues to crawl. Eckford starts to go up as well and starts climbing the elevator shaft. That's what she's going to use her turn to do. Soldier C, actually, Dante, you can see that fiery silhouette of that creature screeching in the distance. And then all of a sudden the flames seem to disappear and you don't see that creature anymore. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take you guys out of initiative order.
All right.
And I'm going to remove all these turns and clear this out.
I think at this point, Zim would see Mason emerging from the smoke and then would probably rush in and attempt to administer first aid.
Absolutely. Go for it. You can make a medical aid check.
All right. I do have 2 med kits, and so I think that adds is it like a 2 modifier probably?
Yeah, I think you can use 1 at a time to make add a +2 to your roll. Mm-hmm.
We'll do that. You got success and a face hugger. What do we got?
You still gotta make that panic roll.
Got to panic.
Yep. And what were
7.
What were you panicked at before? Like, what was the?
I was like sub panic. I was no, I did have a minus to my agility, but that's clear by now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Got it. So...
7 is a full twitch.
Yeah, nervous twitch. So your stress level and the stress level of all friendly PCs in short range of you go up by 1. So I'm gonna say that's you and Mason.
Hey. Mason, get on your feet. We gotta get the heck out of here.
Mason, you do get 2 health points back with that medical aid check as Zemieski's kind of patching up your shoulder and gauzing it up and hitting you with a little bit of some medication to kind of numb the pain a little bit. And you can now respond to Zim, and you're back up with 2 health points.
Okay, good.
Can I banter? Am I able to?
Yeah, so you're gonna get back
banter
with
with
group?
Mason and Zim.
Yeah, I'm gonna take us out of so I'm gonna take Twitch out of the map view. Do we go to more you guys are just kind of communicate what you do right now? So
I would say while I'm with Zim and Mason, I would banter and say, well, at least we didn't die.
Right.
So you guys can remove 2 stress points.
I will banter up with Eckhart and Hammer and Shabby and say, well, at least we got ahead of the other group.
So Eckford, Hammer, and Iona, you can all reduce 2 points of stress.
Hammer, please hold me next to her face so I can bite her.
Then I want to say
is that an order, sir?
No.
I want to say that Zim is part of doing first aid on Mason. In order to cut the clothing away from the injured shoulder, he pulled out his old belt with the hidden knife in the buckle and used that to cut away. So, and handling it and using it, helps me relieve stress.
Okay, there you go. You can relieve a point of stress for using your belt. Remember, that's the only time
Ah,
during this
feels
act
good.
you can do that. So,
The
that's
Twitch
that's
channel
done.
is a little messed up with the boxes. The Twitch stream has
Oh, yeah. For some reason, I got it messed up. I apologize, folks. I did not fix that correctly. Oh, what am I doing? Apologize, everybody. I'll get it going here.
Mason is hearing Iona in his head.
Chaplain, you want us to like salvage your body and take it with us? Maybe we can like put you back together. Is that a thing, or should we just call it done?
Here we go. I think
are
I
there
got
like
it.
replacement
Realistically, it would
bodies?
take at least 8 to 10 hours for me to start that work, and I'd rather not be here that long.
Fair enough.
Let's just get to the reactor, and so we can get to the med bay.
You guys are all your comms come to life, and you guys hear it's Jael on the other side. I've just finished all my work in repairing this fusion tower. I'm now headed over to the reactor relay room to reset the system. If anybody is on their way back up to the North Bastion second level, we need to restart the Apollo system from the mainframe.
Chaplain will reply back. Yes, we are on our way. I'm sure that I can talk one of these individuals through restarting the system.
Sounds good. It shouldn't be long now. We will have power restored to the whole station.
Jael's the one, excuse me, who has access to the sub-level or knows about it, or is it the other person?
As far as what you guys know, they both do. It's just the problem is there's no power to run the elevator down there.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that when we came in, Eckford's key was opening everything.
And the other thing, like, you could have descended down the elevator, but they also said that massive space elevator can't be running again unless power's restored to the station too, which is presumably that's like the only way off of here is getting in that elevator and getting up to the orbital station that's up above.
And I'd be following Eckford since she's the one that said she'd be able to assist me.
Okay, so you guys are headed back up then to North Bastion, leaving Jael down here to take care of all this reactor stuff.
Works for me.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, so you guys would then head up to, it would be the North Bastion. So that means North Bastion level 2. That's way up here. I'll shift ping you. You don't have to move your tokens up there if you can you see without moving your tokens up there? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys don't have to move your tokens all up there. But you guys head back up there to the Apollo mainframe room. And you can see there's those computer terminals are there, but now it's kind of like they're on kind of like a standby mode. And it would just take somebody with some computer knowledge to be able to kind of reboot this whole system.
Chaplain's going to look out. Well, no, have Hammer look him around. Which one of you is most comfortable following instructions to work with this computer?
Chaplain, you would know you can be plugged directly into the mainframe. You have a neck cable that somebody can extend and plug into the system.
I had forgotten about that. Hammer, please bring me over to
Well, of course you did. You lost your head.
I would say that Dante's going to slump to the floor in exhaustion still since haven't really recovered, and I'm going to strip off my armor because it's just too heavy. I can't. I'm barely able to walk, and I'm just out of breath.
Ditching the
So
armor.
I drop my armor.
Got it.
So I go down to 0.
Yep, 0 armor.
You sure you want to do that? I know it's heavy, but we get into another fight here. It might help.
Yeah, Hammer's like, what are you doing, Dante?
I can't. It's too heavy. I can barely hold my RPG. I need to get to medical.
Hammer just like looks at Eckford's like, hey, we gotta go. We gotta get going quickly. He turns Chaplin's head towards him. It's like, Chaplin, can you restart the computer? Can you get the mainframe going?
Plug it in. Plug me into it.
All right. Is this one?
I got my med kit. I can get some first aid to Dante.
Okay. You're gonna give some first aid to Dante? Yeah, you can make a medical aid roll with a +2 modification in the meantime. Hammer does plug Chaplin into the mainframe computer. You are seeing the Matrix currently, Chaplin, and if you want to make a Comtech roll for me, you can make a Comtech roll. And this one comes with a +1 modification for you.
Ooh. Hooray.
Yes, restart the reactor said in an Arnold Schwarzenegger voice. That is totally it, chat. I love it. Get to the chopper.
At least I'm back to full health.
Oh, well done. Look at that.
Good.
Mason patching up Dante.
Chaplin's a little distracted, not used to interacting with computers in this manner.
Yeah, so Chaplin's like eyes are like going to the back of his head a little bit as he's plugged directly into the mainframe trying to get this started. You guys hear crackling on the comms. Jael chimes in. Okay, any moment now. Everything's ready. Which one of you is in charge of getting the Apollo system mainframe rebooted?
I'm working on it. I'm not used to interacting with the machine directly plugged into it. My body is down with you.
We got our best minds on it right now.
Does anybody else would anybody else's characters that are here think that they could help Chaplin with the Comtech?
I can always try.
It was on the floor.
What about Eckford?
Eckford
I
can
can
help.
try.
She works for the company. She might have some shady computer knowledge.
Surprisingly, she doesn't.
Would the wits help if I don't have any Comtech, but I do have 3 wits?
I don't have any contact either.
Well, I think
I got 3.
helping in this game, I think only it just like adds
Oh, okay.
adds dice to the pull of someone else. I believe is the way helping works in like assisting other characters.
Yeah, I'll help.
You help? Okay.
I'll help.
I'll say with all of you in the room, I'll say make that roll again. You get so it automatically comes with a +1. You give yourself an additional +2, so a total +3 mod on this roll.
Okay. Chaplin may blow his mind out.
Oh, there you go. So with that, as Chaplin is plugged in, and you guys are also like looking at some of the other computer mainframes and hitting some buttons when Chaplin gives you the cue of when to mash the button, and all of a sudden the computer monitors and stuff start kicking back on, kind of like one at a time, and you start to see like this system reboot status come up, and it starts to like run all these diagnostics, and you can see on different screens there's all these diagnostics running at different times. The emergency power kind of shuts off, and the main power lights in this room come to life. But Chaplin, you notice firsthand, like it's gonna take probably anywhere between 10 minutes to an hour for like everything to kind of charge up and reboot. The systems are kind of coming online one by one, kind of like in the first Jurassic Park movie where they're rebooting everything and everything's like slowly coming to life. It's kind of one of those kind of types of situations.
Can I use one of those stunts to make sure that one of the first things that kicks on, but other than the lights, is that elevator to level 3?
Absolutely, I'll allow it.
That way we can just, that's up and running, and then
Yes, perfect.
reach out to get back on the comms and Joe, we have completed restarting the system. One of the first systems back on is the elevator down to sub-level 3. We are proceeding down to the medical bay so we can prepare to depart.
That sounds good. I'll meet you there.
Hammer, please disconnect me and let us go and get the Pepto for Dante and yourself.
Sure, chap. He unplugs you, recoils the wire back up in your neck. It's like one of those things where you kind of like pull the wire a little bit, and it goes back up in. And you guys are able to walk down past the war room here on the right side of this hallway. And then you make your way south and down to this restricted direct to sub-level 3 elevator shaft, which you can see now the panel beside the elevator is lit up and blinking. Eckford approaches it with her key card and runs her key card through, and the lights immediately turn green on the elevator, and you hear boom, and the elevator opens. And Eckford just steps right into the elevator, turns around with her gun kind of like this, just like, let's get moving.
I would say I'm just basically like dragging my RPG by the strap on the floor and just not saying anything and just following and just in misery.
Got it.
Dante, we gotta give you a shot of adrenaline. We gotta perk you up.
Eckford kind of looks down at you. I have plenty downstairs.
Perhaps we should give him 3 or 4. Make sure that she can take care of things.
We can take care of it as soon as we get to the medical bay. So you guys all get in the elevator?
Yep.
And you press the button to sub-level. Oh, there's only one button because it goes direct to sub-level 3, so it just goes down there. I'm going to take you guys to a new map.
Why does the button you just pressed say hell?
Oh, that's funny. I'll take you to a new map. Can you guys see this map?
Yes.
The whole thing?
It's got a firing range.
It does have a firing range. I'm going to... Okay, so... I think there is a misprint on this map as well. I'm pretty sure... Okay, yeah, I think this is it. Direct to level 2. Do you see this elevator right here? I'm shift pinging.
Yeah.
That's where you guys get off the elevator. In this sub-level. And immediately, as soon as that elevator hits the floor and the door opens up, Eckford goes out first and immediately makes a right-hand turn out of the elevator and starts down and then makes another immediate right, going towards what would be the sub-level med lab.
Please stay with her.
Yeah, let's follow.
Yeah, Hammer's like, oh, like she's walking with purpose. Like she's just going straight to where like she knows her stuff is. And she walks around that corner, opens up another door there with her security key card, which opens immediately with her security clearance. And then makes another right and is going right to what you guys can see is the sub-level med lab there. And let me pull up my little thing here so I'm making sure that I have the right things to read to you guys when that time comes. Here it is.
And the way there, Zim is just like, very vigilant, got the rifle, motion detector on, looking, gotta check those corners. check those corners. He's like, trying to, follow back of the group, make sure nothing pops up behind us.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, kind of like keeping a lookout, watching around. Yeah, absolutely. It's from all the action that you guys have had the last several minutes, like it's oddly quiet and just cold. It just seems like there's just nothing happening, even though the reactor, like you can hear the hum of the electricity from the place kind of booting back up. It's still oddly quiet, eerily quiet. So making your way here, you can see that there is a kind of like a glass entry door that she immediately opens up into this place. And in the med lab, you can see that there are 4 auto docks with matching diagnostic computers around. There's a single examination table that holds down what looks to be a strapped down corpse that's gagged with a hole in its chest. Its ribs are bent outward as if exploded from the inside. And it looks like there's a bunch of overhead like pharmaceutical cabinets and stuff that are kind of all around inside here.
Kaplan's gonna sort of crane an eyeball over at Eckford. Was this individual brought in here wholly, or did this happen after the body was examined?
This one, well, we just couldn't save this one.
That is not an answer. Did the thing escape within the base, or was this body brought in this way? My concern is if there is another one of those creatures on this level, we need to move quickly.
I would imagine by now that this place is flooded with those things. I'd want to get my stuff, and I want to get out of here. I suggest you all do the same. So she goes off into the corner of this room and starts kind of like unlocking these other cabinets and stuff. And you can see she's starting to pull out things. Like she pulls out this like large bag and gets it out and starts kind of like milling through it. Those of you that can see, like there's like this big wad of cash in there. You can also see that there's like a nice fine pressed like suit inside this bag. She kind of gets out what looks to be like syringes and gets them out and like tosses like 3 towards Hammer. Here. Tosses them over. I told you I'd get you to the sub-level 3. I told you I had some stuff. Thanks for helping me.
I'd say I just drop my weapon to the floor and just kind of slump down and just kind of have like a dead, glazed over look and just no awareness.
Yeah. I think we need to get this one into the lab.
I'll help
Yes.
carry.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Mason, if you would be so kind, I know you have some medical training as well. Inject
Yeah,
Private
let's
Dante
do it.
with a shot of adrenaline so that
He just had one. He just had a shot. I have no idea why he's acting like this. We need to lay him down and see what's going on.
well, someone will have to lift him as it appears that they are not moving and I am unable to assist.
Lift him.
Yeah.
Onto the table.
All right, so you lift all the quarantine. You're in the quarantine lab there. They got these double doors and go in, and Dante's kind of placed on this table. At that point, your comms kind of crackle to life, and it's Jael. Jael says, I've made my way down to sub-level 3. I'm currently in containment staging area and could use some assistance.
We are currently in the sub-lab medical bay. And we'll be with you as soon as we are currently examining Private Dante, and then someone will be along to assist you. Are you in any danger?
I'm not in danger, but I'm unsure of Colonel Myers' condition. I have found him. He seems to be in some type of stasis chamber.
Well, he can stay there for all I care. You know, our goal is to get off of this rock and blast this place from orbit. That's where I'm going with this, and you are not going to stop me.
That's the only way.
That's the only way.
Yeah.
All right, let's get Dante in there.
Okay. Yeah. You guys get Dante into the quarantine lab. Eckford kind of moves back and forth between some different stations within the quarantine lab. Are you guys helping, or are you guys staying in there to help? Are you guys exiting out of the quarantine?
I'm helping with Dante. Yeah.
Yeah, staying with Dante.
I'm helping with Dante.
Helping with Dante. Yeah. Zim, you staying with Dante too?
Oh yeah, I'm staying nearby.
Yeah, if you guys are all staying in, Hammer will stay in with Chaplain's head as well. Iona's staying in too. Okay.
I'm more concerned with being on watch than like trying to participate in that.
So she's like just moving around quickly, like she grabs a lab coat, kind of puts it on. She goes over to this other place and just grabs this glass case, kind of opens it up and grabs this looks to be some kind of valve syringe and tosses it towards you, Zimyeski, and you kind of grab it in your hand. She's just like quickly just moving around the room and just points to her and says, "Go ahead and inject her with this. It will get her ready for the ready for the operation."
Wait, what operation?
You'll see.
No, we're not going to see. You're going to tell us now what you're planning. We're not letting you do some secret operation on our Marines here.
Fine. You want me to show you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll show you. And she goes over and she starts to type on a computer. And all of a sudden, this containment, it has this like medical pod type thing that starts to kind of come down over top of Dante. And all of a sudden you can see like this, what seems to be some kind of like, you know how like scanners like will scan, some light goes back and forth between inside. And it's much like when you guys have seen before, there is an embryo of a creature wiggling inside Dante's chest. And it looks like it's really agitated.
Surgery it is then.
And after that, Eckford just kind of looks at you, Zim, and is like, "There it is. Are you happy?"
I'm convinced. Let's get it out.
Okay, so
Dante, who are you messing around with, Dante? For pity Pete's sake!
So the med chamber kind of opens up a little bit, and gives you an opportunity that you can inject Dante with the medication. She's moving around getting a couple of other tools ready, but it seems like it's a lot of just like programming the computer to do what she wants the computer to do, but just goes over and gets some things, sanitary things, and kind of puts them out. Gets some things to kind of patch up any wounds afterwards, out and ready. And
in the room, would Chaplain have seen enough of what she was doing to have an idea of what the procedure she's trying to set up is?
Go ahead and make a medical aid roll for me, Chaplain.
Hey.
What's in Zim's hand that he's getting ready to inject Dante with Doesn't look like any medication or thing that you've ever seen before in all of your time. Looks a little suspicious to you.
And how close to Eckford is Hammer?
Probably... I mean, this room isn't very large. I would say everybody's within 10 feet of each other at most times.
Chaplain is going to try to quietly, via the comms, reach out to Zim.
Okay.
Zim, I don't mean to alarm you, but I do not trust that vial that she has provided you. In all of the medical database that has been downloaded into my cerebrum, the contents of that vial do not exist. Not on the up and up, as they say, but without knowing, I have no way of knowing what this would do to Dante.
Yeah. Zim looks at the vial in his hand, and he says to the doc, I don't feel too good about this. How do I know that you're not going to try and steal that alien out of Dante, save it for your own purposes, and do some sort of horrible thing? Let me tell you what. We dealt with this once before. Chaplain was able to remove one of those things from somebody else. We're going to hook Chaplain into this robot and have Chaplain remove that thing from Dante. That's what we're doing. We're taking over this medical pod.
You're going to have the head remove the alien from Dante's chest. Yeah, we can hook it right in through the neck. There's like a hose and everything. We can control it with his mind, with the computer, and drive that little robot, make it happen. And that's what we're doing. But he doesn't have the security clearances to run the computer here.
Yeah, well, you're going to let him do it. And that is what's
Fine. Whatever. She just kind of steps back and starts to grab her bag, and takes her lab coat off and kind of sets it over edge of a table over there on the other side. So you guys are hooking.
I'd say at this point, I just kind of make a moan.
Okay.
Just
Dante's moaning.
Dante, you better hold that thing inside of you, because I can set you on fire.
Hammer, please connect me to the medical system.
Hammer's looking all around and is like, where do you want me to plug you in?
Where is the terminal that controls the med pod that they were prepared to use for Dante?
It's kind of over more closer to where Eckford is.
Then they'll, try to go that way.
Okay. Okay. Move your eyebrows. Yeah, he heads over that way. He does find you were able to guide him to the right place to plug you in. He plugs you into the medical unit, and Eckford. It does ask for a security clearance code or something like that as it pops up, and Eckford doesn't seem like she's happy about it, but then reaches down and kind of types in a few things on the panel and logs you into the medical.
Can I make a Comtech roll to see if I can pull that password that she's entering?
Sure.
Just in case.
You not only pulled the password, but you get some other information. The computer, this medical system was already preset. It was preset for 2 reasons and for 2 things. Number one, it was preset to, instead of remove anything that would possibly be inside of it, to basically, this thing is set up where it can be a med pod, but it can also be like a stasis chamber where it can kind of freeze people. It was also set to kind of have like a hibernation kind of stasis put on an individual for an extended period of time. So it's almost as if like this person was trying to... This system was preset to kind of keep people kind of on ice.
Wonderful. Chaplain is going to, just in case, specific just to our troop, send via the comms everyone the password that he just pulled from Eckford.
The password was Pepto.
This is Eckford's security clearance password. Should anything go wrong, this hopefully will allow access to any areas you may need.
Is there a capital P in Pepto? Like, how's it? Is it case sensitive?
No, all lowercase.
Okay.
Then Chaplain's gonna sort of being hooked into the thing. Now I'm gonna try to basically refocus the system to surgically remove the creature within Dante.
Okay. Go. I'm gonna say that because you are like computer operating this thing, it's going to be more comtech than it is going to be medical aid.
Here's to hoping. I'm either going to remove an alien or I'm going to remove a kidney.
Success. You were able to do so. So the medical unit is reset, first of all, not to freeze Dante in stasis, but to perform its normal medical duties, which it was kind of well, not necessarily originally designed for, but now removing alien embryos. So you guys watch as this thing kind of engulfs this medical bay case, kind of goes over Dante, and there's these flashes of blue and white lights coming from inside as all of the lasers and stuff start to go to work. And within about 2 to 3 minutes, the casing opens with a hiss. And you guys see laying before you is Dante with this massive stitched scar, like across the lower chest. Blood-stained like fabric and stuff kind of all around from the process. And you can see above, hanging in this like little thing of glass, is this terrible looking dying fetus like embryo up in the exactly just like that. And you can't really hear it, but you can see it like kind of like struggling, and it's not really like lashing around like it has too much energy. It looks like you guys got it out before it was like ready to pop, and it's just like with all this substance, kind of blood and gooey substance, like liquid rolling around in this glass case that it has above it.
How you feel?
Good job,
man?
Chappie. Good job.
Nice one.
Chappie, I want to ask, can you repair a shoulder?
I assume I would be able to utilizing this device. And then with a very noted sort of sideways glance towards Eckford. Now that the machine has been changed.
When you went to look for Eckford is no longer with you guys.
Whoa.
Hammer, pick me up. We need to get to the contamination storage area. I fear Eckford is going after Colonel Myers.
True.
I would ask, would I be conscious after this, or would I still be unconscious?
You are conscious, but barely right now.
Okay.
So you know what's going on. You can see all of your friends and everything, but it's like you hurt. Like you're in a lot of pain right now. They did give you a couple shots of some type of high-powered, like morphine type stuff that'll just
Awesome.
ease your suffering a little bit there for the meantime.
4 shots of morphine, 4 shots of adrenaline.
Yeah, that's it.
Usual.
Yeah,
Last Friday night.
it seems during this 2 to 3 minute procedure when the lights kind of dimmed and all the flashing lasers were going on and you guys were like focused on what was happening in the chamber, it seems as if Eckford slipped out the quarantine chamber.
Would I be able to banter again? Has it been enough time?
Yes. As soon as you get out of the examine table, you go to banter. Go ahead. What are you going to say?
I guess I would probably go, man. Oh, I don't know what to say. I'd probably like, man, I feel like I just had something taken out of me. Like the wind taken out of me, but alien, like too soon.
Sorry, dude.
all of you may reduce your stress by 2.
Noticing that Eckford's gone, can I make a contact roll to change her security clearance password?
Yes.
Oh, good job.
Brilliant.
That.
Brilliant.
Job.
You want to ditch us? Good luck.
Brilliant.
Here's to hoping.
Oh, no!
I will use one of my story points to allow that to succeed. Can that work?
Let me see. Let me see the rule on story points.
Because I thought I used one to help Hammer.
You know what?
when-
You guys did in the past. Yeah, I'll let you do it in the past. I'll let you do it. Sure. So, but here's what I want you to do for me, though. How do you help him succeed? I want you to tell me how it happens.
I would say that I just kind of stumble off the table and just kind of bump his head as he's doing this, and it just kind of like
Just makes it work. Yes. The accidental bump. And just like that, Pepto has a capital P, a 1, and an exclamation point at the end of it. No, you get to tell me, Chaplain. What would your password that you changed this to be?
It would still be Pepto, but we'll flip it backwards.
Okay.
So it's Otpep.
Otpep. You got it. New password. That's perfect. And I think that is a great time for us to end this episode of Destroyer of Worlds Alien RPG.